Hi, superheroes. It's Miss Ross again, and today is Friday. So, I've decided that on Fridays I would like to read what's called a fable. So, it will be Fable Fridays on Friday. A fable is a story that was written a long time ago that is passed down from generation to generation. Usually in fables, you see animals that are used as the main characters, and fables usually have a lesson. There's this guy named Aesop, and he wrote so many fables. And so this book is full of Aesop's fables. So this is a table of contents. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that text feature. So in a table of contents, it tells you all of the stories in the book and it lists the page numbers. Every story in this book is a fable. And if you'll notice, all of the titles are animals. We have the wolf and the shadow. We have the flea and the man. We have the deer and the oxtel. So we're going to read today a story called um, The Workman. No, The Two Men and the Bear. That's the one I wanted to read today. The Two Men and the Bear. At the end of every story, there's a message here. So it always tells you at the end of every story what the message was or what was the lesson of the story. So let's listen to this one. Once upon a time, there were two traveling men who were going through the woods together, chatting about this and that to pass the time. All at once, a huge bear rushed out at them. The travelers were, of course, terrified. One ran for his life. He dashed into a thicket of trees, seized hold of the low hanging branches, and gathered them around himself. The other traveler threw himself to the ground, face down in the dust. He kept still, not even daring to breathe. The bear came up to him, sniffing all over. It thought the man must be dead, and bears do not like dead meat. Then, when the man in the tree saw that the bear had gone, he came out and returned to his companion, laughing. He said, "What was it that the bear whispered to you?" "It told me," said the other, "a friend who runs off and leaves you at the first sign of trouble should not be trusted." The lesson says, never trust a friend who deserts you at a pinch. So, the message of that story is that sometimes the way that people react in certain situations can give you insight on who they are and how they are. And so you want to make sure you have loyal friends in your life who look out for you and have your back. Because he could have told his friend, "Hey, come on, run with me." And then they could have both been safe. Luckily, the other friend was smart enough to pretend to be dead so that the bear wouldn't eat him. But maybe he shouldn't have left his friend. So I want to encourage you, superheroes, to be loyal to your friend. If you have a friend who's in trouble or you have a friend in a sticky situation, don't leave them. Try to work things out, brainstorm a problem, a solution to the problem, and help them out. All right, I think I'm going to do one more fable because some of these are short stories. This is another one of my favorites. The Hare with Many Friends. Who likes friends? Me. I like friends. Everyone likes to have friends. But friends only really matter when they're friends when you need them and not just when they need you. So let's figure out if this hare really does have many friends. The Hare with Many Friends. There was once a hare who was popular with the other animals. She was good natured and fun to be with. Everyone claimed to be her friend. But one day she heard the sound of thundering hooves and howling hounds. Huntsmen were approaching with sniffer dogs. The hare knew they were after her. What if she could not outrun them? She thought her friends might be able to help her escape instead. So the hare ran off to see the horse and asked him to carry her away from the hounds on his back. But he refused, stating that he had work to do for his master. I'm sure, he said, that the bull will be able to help you. So the hare dashed off to ask the bull, hoping that he would charge at the hounds with his horns. But the bull replied, I am very sorry, but I have an appointment. However, I feel sure that the goat will do what you ask. The hare sped off to see the goat. However, he feared that his back might be too bumpy for the hare. Yeah, I don't want to hurt you, he explained. Why don't you go ask the ram? His back is woolly and soft. So the hare hurried to see the ram and told him about the hunters. The ram replied, My friend, I do not like to interfere, as hounds have been known to eat sheep as well as hares. The hare was growing desperate. The sound of the hunt was getting ever closer. She sprinted off to see the calf as a very last hope. However, the calf said that he was too unable to help. He did not like to take the responsibility, as so many adults had declined the task. By this time, the hounds were very near. There was nothing left for the hare to do but run for her life. And luckily, she escaped. The moral of this story is, she that has many friends has no friends. So, she had many friends at first, but when it was time for her to get help from a friend, no one was available. So sometimes your friends really are busy. But if your friends are always busy when you need help, then maybe you need to think about if they are really a good friend to you. Because friends help each other when they're in need. All right, you guys. So we read 2 fables today about friendship. One is, never leave your friends hanging when they're in trouble. Try to help them out. And also, never leave your friends hanging when they're in trouble. Both stories had the same lesson if you think about it. All right, you guys, that's enough for Fable Friday. I'll see you next time. I love you. Bye.